It's time for my final thought. Now, today is World Population Day, a United Nations initiative celebrated every year on July 11th to raise awareness about the exploding world population. This year, the focus is on reproductive rights to mark 50 years since family planning won recognition as a human right. Now, I'm going to dedicate today's final thought to passing along a few stats that illustrate how reproductive rights and the lack thereof have affected the whole world. Right now, an estimated 214 million women in developing countries have an unmet need for modern contraception, with women in the poorest 20% having the least access to sexual and reproductive health services. On top of that, cities continue to grow at unprecedented rates. The world's population totals 7.6 billion people and is expected to grow to nearly 10 billion by the middle of this century before leveling off at around 11.2 billion by the end. Now, 55% of people on Earth live in urban areas in 2018 compared to 30% in 1950. Now, by 2050, this proportion is expected to reach 70%. Nigeria recently supplanted India as the home of the most people living in extreme poverty in the whole world. Now, as I said earlier, women in the poorest 20% of the world have the least access to contraception and reproductive health services. Nearly half of the estimated 56 million abortions carried out worldwide each year are unsafe, leading to the deaths of at least 22,800 women every single year. Now, this is a human rights crisis that doesn't get the attention it deserves because the people most affected are women living below the poverty line and in most cases from other countries. But clearly, this is a problem that affects us all. We're going to continue this conversation